you have a college deadline coming up with no system to track it, then this video is for you. I'm about to show you everything you get for free at ApplyNudge. Let's dive in. So if you go to ApplyNudge.com, you'll see our front page here. You'll see Get Started for Free up there. Start free as a student. There's also a parent portal, which we'll get into later. And you can read all about it here, about the stuff that it includes, but we're going to dive in so you don't have to read all of this. We've got over 55 colleges in here, and we're adding more all the time. So let's start free as a student. Click it once, and that's going to take me in here. I'm going to start with another account, and we're going to use this Google account here and ApplyNudge. And we're going to let it go in there. And now we're connected with ApplyNudge@gmail.com. So that could be your student ID or whatever you want to use for an email. Now we're going to click Next, and we're going to be in the system. So right away, you'll come up to our splash pages that are going to walk you through what this is all about. So your college apps organized on time for students. You're going to have to be able to track deadlines for 50 plus colleges, per school checklists and notes, smart reminders, so nothing slips. And we're going to skip some of this because we don't need to go through all this, but we're going to put our name here. So I'm going to put my name as David, and I'm just going to leave that for now. And then I am, because we are just past the class of 2026, we're in 2027 now. And my email that it's going to sync to is, and of course, that is where you'll put your email. We're going to go to Next. Now, this is where you would add your parent if you want them to follow along. I know a lot of parents will want to, and you just put their email in here and put Continue. But for now, we're going to skip that. And here we are with our first task. What do we want to study? Do we even know yet? So you can go through all of these things. Most popular, health, goes through all these different options here. You can search in there if you want. But for now, I'm going to go business and computer science for my two things if I was going back to college today. And I'm just going to click Let's Go. And then it's going to tell you about the deadline hub that we have. So a little information about that, how to add more schools, how to check things off, how to turn on reminders, which is the important part of this whole thing. And let's get started. So here is our first area. We're going to see our dashboard here. Good morning, David. And it's going to say we got 113 days until common apps, 205 days until early acceptance, and 267 days till early decision. Believe me, this time goes by super fast. So I've been a teacher for over 15 years, and I've seen students just lose their minds because they're, oh my God, I have an app to do. So we're going to browse some colleges. And if I was going back to college today, let's check the UC system first. I would want to maybe go out to Berkeley. Okay, that's a good one there. Probably UCLA. And I love UC Santa Barbara. So there's 3 UCs. We'll look at some state schools here. What's interesting here? Where would I want to go? But you can see you've got access to all of them. I'll go here. I'm going to click SDSU because that is my alma mater. And then tech here, MIT, Caltech's around the corner from my house. Sure, why not? Let's pick that. Okay, so I've got all those. You can also click on Browse by Interest. And if you click on these, it'll match the school with that. So we've done that. We've added our schools. I'm going to go back to the dashboard here. And now on the right, you'll see we've got all these schools and how many days that we have. There's a little button down here to share your progress if you'd like. So you can do stuff like that, which is really fun. And gives you upcoming deadlines. You'll see right here. And you can scroll through the different schools here to pick your deadlines. You click on View Your Checklist here. So let's just click on that for a second. Here I've seen for UCLA, I have not done anything. So I would want to start doing my application form when it's ready. Did I pay the fee? And all these you just check off and it'll let you know that you've done them. And it'll just keep you on track so that you can keep following through all of this stuff. And believe me, there's a lot of students that don't do any of this and are just constantly having to be reminded by their counselors. So this next thing is down here. It says compare. So I can compare the different schools that I had. So Berkeley has an 11% acceptance rate. They're looking for SATs of between 1310 and 1530. Your GPA unweighted should be 3.9 to 4.0. Next is UCLA. It's got a 9% acceptance rate, and it goes through all the same things there. And UC Santa Barbara's got a 30% acceptance rate, SDSU 34, Caltech at 3%. And you're going to need 1530 to 1580 to get into Caltech. So here's a good way to really look and see how you compare with some of these schools. You can see where you land on this type of stuff. So next we'll go into tools here. Next is an essay deadline calculator. And we're going to pick a school in here. So I'm just going to type in SDSU, for example. So here's my school, San Diego State. And I'm going to do us supplemental. I'm going to calculate my start date. It's going to recommend me to start by September 2026. I should have a rough draft September 18th, which is 8 days away. And then it shows me when the deadline is for that in October. And then I can keep adding schools, calculate something else if I want. So I can go back and do all of that. The other tool we have is how many schools should I apply to? And then you're going to go in here and say, I'm top of my class, above average. So I'll just say above average. We'll go next. What type of schools are on my list? A mix of that. And we'll go next. Somewhat flexible. How important is financial? I'm going to say very important. I don't want any school loans. How much time do I have? Limited because I play sports. And then here's my recommendation. 4 to 5 reach schools, 6 to 8 target schools, 3 to 4 safety schools, and it talks to you about what that's about. Now we're going to switch back to the dashboard for a second. I can see that I have all these things going on here. Up here, next to the settings icon is a little bell. You're going to want to click that because you're going to want to allow notifications. So this little pop-up will happen, and you're going to get a notification. It's going to look like this. So that as you get closer, you're going to start getting alerted for things like that. That's the whole point of ApplyNudge, is that you need to turn on the nudge so we can nudge you when things are due. So just click allow on that. Let's look over the checklist again. So I'm here in Berkeley. If I click view checklist, you'll see here that the application opens in October 1st, which is 174 days away from this video time. The deadline is the 30th. And then we break it down into parts here. So application process, essays, test scores, recommendations, transcripts, and financial aid. And then you mark submitted every time you do something. Now we're going to go back into the settings. I'm just going to click settings on the left over here. And when you scroll down a little bit, you can see my academic stats. So I'm going to hit that one time. And here is where you can enter your stats. So whatever your GPA is, your SAT or ACT scores, how many AP classes you've taken, are you in any activities, do you have a leadership role, what's your highest award level, and community service hours. You can click in here to do job internship if you've done that, and then that's it. And when you hit this, it's going to save, and then when you're done, you're all good. We also have a built-in area here for preview, where you can see the different schools that you're applying to, any information like your progress of how you've done that, and then you can just send this on over to your parents or your school counselor or whatever. Now, if your parents are interested in this, you can go down to your settings, and right here, once again, it says generate a parent invite, and you would just put their email in here and create an invite link to send to them. And then they'll be able to track your account as well. Parents do get a free account to monitor things, but they also have the option to do a premium account where they'll get emails to events that we're having and deadlines for you as well. Another feature I want to show you is in your schools, you can go in here and in your essay area on the right here, just click essay notes. And here you can take down notes, brainstorm topics, put all that stuff. Here's some essay writing tips down here that'll help you as well. But you can do all that right here inside of ApplyNudge. And that is ApplyNudge in a nutshell. I'm David Basulto. I am known as Mr. B, and I built this for my students because they needed it, quite frankly. ApplyNudge is free. There's no download. It works in any browser. So go to ApplyNudge.com. If this helped you, please subscribe. We've got a lot more content coming. And I hope this helps you in your journey towards college. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.